Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Let's talk about the Amiami Whiskey Sour action figure. I guess that's what she is, so we're going to talk about her. This is my first ever full-on unique anime girl, slightly hentai type figure. I don't even know what to call this review. I'm lost for words. I'm a Marvel Legends, Mafex, Mezco, occasionally McFarlane channel, and now it's time for something completely different, in the words of Monty Python. This, I'm looking down because a little something fell off. Her ear fell off, because that's something I'm going to talk about in this review. So first of all, this figure is courtesy of Kozen, friend of the show, sent me this ridiculous anime girl, Whiskey Sour, part of an entire line of action figures from Amiami. That's what they are going to do. They're going to do a whole bunch of different figures, all drink related. So I've poured myself a whiskey coke, not a whiskey sour, because I'm not a whiskey sour guy. I'm a whiskey coke guy. I'm here in Japan, so for a relaxing time, make it Suntory time. Ooh, that's tart. That is tart. So we're going to talk about this little figure here, and this is the first time I've had a figure of this type in my hand. This is a 1/8 scale, 1/9 scale. Let's have a look at the box. Sorry, I'm actually a little bit tanked right now. I had a couple of whiskey cokes just to get ready for this. This is a 1/9 scale, so she kind of stands alone in her own scale here. So I'm not really going to do big size comparisons because I don't know what to compare it to. I mean, I could compare it to like Marvel Legends Elektra over here, but surprise, surprise, she towers over her because this is 1/12 scale and this is 1/9. So that's math for you right there. So what I will do is just talk about this figure in and of itself. This, for me, is something brand new. It's a game changer. I've never, ever seen a silicone action figure before. According to Kozen, these have been around for like about a decade or so, sort of 1/12 to 1/9 to 1/6 scale action figures with silicone parts, but I've never experienced them before, and I kind of dig them. This is, first of all, like, let's not beat around the bush here, no pun intended. Squishy butt. We got a silicone squishy butt, and you know, I don't mean to brag or nothing, but I've squished a few butts in my time, and this feels like a squishy butt. It's kind of amazing. When I got her out of the packaging, I was like, oh my goodness, this is new. So this isn't going to become a regular feature for the channel. I'm not going to become Hentai Cheesecake Dave, but just for a one-off, Hentai Cheesecake Dave is coming on out to play, because I'll be the first to admit, if you don't like this kind of thing, then you know what? Get off your high horse, alright? I'm sure it gets lonely up there on your pedestal, but I'm a dude who likes cheesecake, and this is just fun, okay? This is a lot of fun, but as far as being an action figure connoisseur, I'm going to take my cheesecake lover hat off and put my action figure connoisseur hat on, and I will say this ain't a perfect action figure. First of all, if you've never dealt with silicone before, then I got some news for you, pal. It has its limitations, which a lot of people who have just got the '89 Mezco Batman are discovering. You don't got much in the way of articulation because silicone, it's got its limits, like cloth goods, for example. So if you want to try and like get some crazy articulation in this thing, nah, you're not going to do it. You're going to upset the silicone. She can spread like legs akimbo. I'm trying not to degrade myself to the lowest common denominator, but still, it's difficult when you've got a figure that's literally designed to be this kind of thing, which is fun. You know what? In 2023, with recession and wars and Putin and all this other stuff going on, there's not a lot of things in the world that are just fun. And a crazy cheesecake cyber bunny girl, that's fun. And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy squishing a little silicone buttski. So one thing that I will say, first of all, aesthetics, boom. Just, it looks great. It looks really good, especially you put her in a fun little pose. She's got an awesome looking flight stand you can put her in, which isn't just like a boring Mafex plastic clear flight stand. This has like a little bunny logo on here. It looks cybernetic. It's cool. You got some fun features. It's great when someone takes the functionality of a flight stand and then goes, well, let's actually zhuzh this up and make it a feature. And that's what they've done. This looks really cool here. And I love the fact that the little clasp that actually holds her is super thin. So it doesn't even get in the way. And you don't want it to get in the way because this figure, this feature, this body looks great. It really does. So yeah, you don't have much in the way of movement. Like you can move it, but I don't want to stress the silicone. The same goes for these shoulders as well. You've got the wonderful silicone shoulders. I'm going to take off this back piece, which pops off very easily, almost too easily, and boom, there you go, you see? The bunny ear just fell off as well. And that wasn't the only thing that fell off. She has like a little thing that goes around her ankle there. That fell off as well. She's delicate. That's a point down. I'm sorry, Cozen, friend of the show who sent this to me, incredibly generous for no other reason than the fact that he just wants to see a goofball like me smile. God bless you, man. I love you. But yeah, she's not a perfect figure. She's very delicate. So her ear just ended up over there. And if you're not careful, it's going to end up under the couch or under the TV and then in your vacuum cleaner. So you've got to be real careful with that. But they are articulated. The ears actually articulate themselves, but look at that. Didn't even pop. It doesn't even like really peg that much. You can just pluck it out so easily. Something to be aware of. That's what I'm saying. But it's not a deal breaker because really, it's not like you're going to be playing with her with your G.I. Joes and your Thundercats and your He-Men. You're going to delicately put her into the pose that you want her to be in, pop her in her flight stand, and then you're going to put her on your mantelpiece so that when you bring a lady home, she'll go, oh my god, you have whiskey sour anime girl? Well, let me drop my panties, sir. That, you've just gone up in my estimation. That is how it works, right? You can tell I've had a couple of these. It's tart. It's very tart. But you look at, let's get a little analytical brains on here. You look at the actual details on the body, it looks legit. I mean, certainly, even the sculpting on the body itself here, it's got a wonderful wash over it as well. So it's not just white, you got the little like shading that shows off the belly button and the little details here at her kind of solar plexus. I was going to say where her boobies meet, but I'm more sophisticated than that. It's the solar plexus. And also, to be fair, for a TNA cheesecake figure, it's not insane proportions. I mean, I know people who are of this size and shape. I've dated a few. It was a good time. So, like, this isn't crazy. It's just a little bit cheesecake fun revealing. And I kind of dig that. I mean, if it was more gratuitous, I would probably still dig it. Might even do a video review of it. But yeah, this is just kind of wonderful. So you want to be careful with the silicone when you do bend her arms, because I'm so worried about flexing it or stressing it or straining it in a way that you shouldn't do. So that's something I'm very, very pensive about. But nonetheless, you can move it in just the right amount of ways to get a nice amount of articulation to be able to put her in some fun poses. And what's great with these cybernetic legs here, of course, they're just plastic. So you can move these around to your heart's content. You can bend, flex, all you want. No problem at all. That's neither here nor there. Plus, she even has the toe articulation as well, so you can really point the toes down. It's great. You can put her in sort of leaping poses, not really kicking poses, because you can bend her legs forward, but I feel you're going to stress the silicone right there. And heaven forbid you compromise the butt cheeks. Because that's what we're here for. That's the thumbnail for this video right here. Me next to Whiskey Sour's butt cheeks. That's what you get, Cozen, when you send me free weird anime toys. I do silly stuff with them. But yeah, so a big takeaway from this, I'm going to wrap this up pretty quick because this is less a review and more just a stupid little skit that I'm doing with a fun action figure that, believe me, is going to get pride of place in my display because I really, really like her. So this, you can't do crazy Mayfec style displays. You can't even do adequate Marvel Legends type displays because, you know, the silicone won't allow you to bend that much. But at the same time, the compromise you make with that is that you can squeeze her butt cheeks. And, you know, the more I think about that, the more I'm like, do I even need real human interaction anymore? Not really. I mean, if only they made these in full scale. They do. Nah, I'm kidding. Don't worry. But yeah, it's just fun. You've got the little rabbit tail on the back there. Plus, so many different faces. I was trying to say like face sculpts or faces, and I just froze between the two words. So I've got like the ninja mask on there, which is kind of fun. But of course, you've got like the plain anime girl look. You've got the kind of like so what a lady onegashimasu kind of look as well, which is always a bit like, you know, why do you want that face? And then you got the completely blank ones that they actually give you a sticker transfer sheet, so you can put whatever expression on there you want. I don't need to bother with that. That sounds like a lot of work, quite frankly. So I'm just going to stick with the one that's on here because it's great. And to take the faces on and off, you just pop the front of the hair off, pop the face on. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. And she's got a good bunch of weapons as well. She has this big old spear, which is designed to look like a carrot. I saw from other reviews, it's meant to look like a, all sort of hearken to the idea of a carrot, because she's a bunny rabbit. And she's also a whiskey sour. There's a few different things going on here. But nonetheless, she comes with batteries, which first of all is great. Mezco, are you listening? She comes with the batteries. So you don't have to go online and Google to try and find out what batteries you need. She comes with them. And you can pop them in here and they light up the spear. But to be honest, I'm not that fussed. I saw some reviews that the lights aren't very bright. It's not very impressive. So it's nice to have a light up feature, but it's neither here nor there, really. But that notwithstanding, I like her with her cyber sword. She also has a couple of daggers as well. And I do like this kind of raincoat Macintosh type carapace that she can wear over the back as well. The only problem is that it does restrict her movement quite a bit. But then again, the silicone restricts her movement quite a bit. So, you're not getting this for articulated comic book artwork, photography in crazy poses and situations. You're getting her to put in a pretty basic pose and then just enjoy the ridiculous bonkers aesthetic. And that's what you get here. A fun, ridiculous, bonkers aesthetic, and I am here for it. So thank you so much, Kozen, for sending this my way. You can rest assured she will be featured prominently on this channel from now on, because quite frankly, Whiskey Sour, I really kind of dig her. So let's give her a grade. And honestly, it's difficult to give her a grade because I didn't fork out physical money for her, but I would say for the price that I think she's going for online and what she comes with the silicone as well, I'm going to give her a really solid 7.5 out of 10. Yes, she is restricted in her movement, but oh my goodness, when you just put her in a basic pose that looks really fun and cool, and then you squeeze a little silicone butt, what is not to like? This figure is a lot of fun. And folks, that does it for my review of Amiami Whiskey Sour. What do you think about this figure? What do you think about these type of figures? Do you want to see more of these reviews on this channel? If you do, then let me know, because I'll call Kozen and say like, dude, y'all gonna have to send me more of these figures, because the people are liking what they see. Or might you be like, for the love of goodness, Dave, will you please just review Marvel Legends? You're embarrassing yourself. I don't think so. I think this is just so much fun. Wow, I just dropped this all over the place. This is what you get on Model Behaviour. We're not here for a quality analytical approach. We're here for a bit of bants, really. And I hope I gave that to you while you're making your breakfast or whatever it is you're doing while you're watching these reviews. Whatever you're doing, I hope you do it with love in your heart. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior. Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of jeez. You know what? I'm going to keep going. Displaying model behavior. I did the hand thing the wrong time. The Earth's mightiest video podcast. This episode is off the rails already. I'm going to review a figure from Amiami. You know what? No, screw it. I'm going to put this at the end as one of the bloopers. Let's start again.